You're tired. Not from what you did today, from what your brain did to you. Your brain is stuck in survival mode, and it doesn't know how to get out. Every thought it produces right now, the replaying, the second-guessing, the what-ifs, isn't weakness. It's your nervous system doing exactly what it was built to do when it believes your survival is at stake. The problem is, it thinks you're still in danger. You're not. But it doesn't know that yet. Here's what survival mode looks like from the inside. Someone said something in passing. They forgot it immediately. Your brain flagged it as a potential threat. Now, it won't let go. You replay it, analyze it, prepare responses to conversations that haven't happened. You send a message. It's been read. No reply. Your brain launches a threat assessment. You try to rest. Your body stops. Your brain doesn't. It pulls up Tuesday's conversation, the email you could have worded better, the look someone gave you that you still haven't decoded. This isn't overthinking. This is a threat detection system that never received the signal that the threat is gone. Here's the biology. Your brain has a default mode network, regions that activate when you're not focused on a task. In a regulated nervous system, it hums quietly. In a nervous system stuck in survival mode, it runs threat simulations constantly, scanning for danger, preparing for attack, replaying past threats to avoid future ones. This is not a character flaw. This is your brain doing exactly what a survival brain does. The question is, why does it still think you're in danger? Because at some point, you were. Overthinking doesn't develop randomly. It develops in environments where reading the room was necessary for safety, where someone's mood shifting without warning meant you needed to see it coming, where mistakes weren't just mistakes, they were threats to your belonging, your safety, your sense of being okay. So your brain built a system. If I think about this enough, I can predict what happens next. If I replay the conversation, I'll find what went wrong and prevent it from happening again. If I prepare for every outcome, nothing can catch me off guard. Thinking became your primary survival tool. And survival tools don't turn off easily, even when the danger is gone, even when you're safe, even when nothing is actually wrong. Your brain is still running the same threat protocol it built years ago to keep you alive. But here's what that system built in you. You see things others miss. Shifts in tone, micro-expressions. The things someone didn't say but meant. You think ahead. You prepare. You rarely walk into anything completely unprepared. That hypervigilance, the same one that exhausts you, made you perceptive. Made you someone who pays attention when everyone else is looking away. But here's the cost. A brain in survival mode cannot make decisions easily, because every decision carries risk, and risk means potential threat. So the brain stalls, analyzes, waits, analyzes more, until the decision makes itself, or disappears. A brain in survival mode cannot rest, because rest means lowering your guard. And lowering your guard means vulnerability. And vulnerability means danger. So even when your body stops, your brain keeps the watch. All night. A brain in survival mode cannot be present, because the present moment has no threats to scan. So the brain goes looking, backward into the past, forward into the future, anywhere but here. You are living your life one step removed from it, always preparing for a danger that keeps not arriving. And there is one more thing survival mode takes from you: your body. The tension in your shoulders that never fully leaves, the jaw you clench without realizing, the shallow breathing you've been doing for years, the headache that shows up when nothing explains it. Your body is carrying the weight of every unresolved threat your brain decided wasn't safe to let go of yet. You think you're just overthinking, but your body has been in a low-level emergency for longer than you know. But here's what I need you to understand. Your brain built this system because it had to. At some point, the threat was real. The unpredictability was real. The need to stay one step ahead, real. Your brain did what survival brains do. It learned. It adapted. It built the most sophisticated threat detection system it could to make sure you made it through. It worked. You made it through. But here's what your survival brain doesn't know. The threat is over. You are not in that environment anymore. The people who made it dangerous to relax, most of them aren't here. The stakes that made every mistake catastrophic, they've changed. But your nervous system didn't get the memo. It's still running the old threat protocol, still scanning, still preparing, still keeping you safe from a danger that ended a long time ago. You cannot think your way out of this, because thinking is the tool your survival brain uses. More thinking just feeds the loop. The exit is the moment you notice there's a thought and choose not to follow it. Not suppress it, not solve it, just let it pass. Like a car on a road you're watching from a window. You see it, you don't get in. A thought is not a threat. Your brain produces thousands of thoughts a day. Most of them are your survival system doing its job, scanning, flagging, preparing. But you don't have to act on every alarm. You are allowed to notice a thought without treating it as an emergency. You are allowed to let a what if pass without running it to its conclusion. You are allowed to be here, in this moment, without a plan for what comes next. Because here, right now, you are safe. Your nervous system just hasn't learned that yet. And every time you notice a thought and choose not to follow it, you're teaching it something new. The danger is gone. We made it. We can rest now. Not all at once, not perfectly, but one moment at a time. The survival brain starts to believe what the rest of you already knows. You are safe. We see you. Not the version that's always preparing, not the version that never stops scanning. The one underneath all of that, who just wants to be here, without the alarm. That version deserves to rest. Starting now.